So what's going on right now with the cases? We're kind of taking these and it only goes for 2 years, or how does that all work?
Okay, so all this was passed under the Honoring Our Pact Act that Joe
Okay.
Biden just passed. I should call him President Biden, not Joe Biden. President Biden just signed into law a couple months back. And the one nuance to the act is there's a 2-year statute of limitations. So while I'm saying 1953 to 1987, we only have 2 years to get those in. So, and that's why you're seeing all this crazy advertising everywhere, radio, TV, internet,
Yeah,
because we
it
got to
is
get the word
everywhere.
out. Okay. And if you miss the ball here, it's over with. It's forever bar your claim. There's been attempts to try to bring this legislation, to bring these lawsuits forward, and they've all failed, right? And so the PACT Act and the Camp Lejeune Justice Act of 2022 is the final opportunity to bring a lawsuit against the government, to right these wrongs.
Wow.
They're going to be right. So right now we're already a few months in, so time's already of the essence, and it's getting down. We only have 2 years to get them in, so now year and 6 months now. You have to file your form. Your Form 50, which basically lets the Navy know that you're bringing a claim. Okay, it has to sit for 6 months, right? And then the government has to decide to either act or deny or do nothing, which we're anticipating they're going to do nothing and just let those sit for 6 months. Then you have the right under the law to file your lawsuit. And so then they're going to be filed in the Eastern District of North Carolina. It's a specific jurisdiction for these claims. All claims for all law firms that are handling these are going to be handled right up the road in Jacksonville. So
Man.
That's where we'll be working these cases.
Crazy. Well, and I found it was interesting too because because it was so long ago, a lot of these people have passed away, but their family can still bring these claims to you, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a really important part of it.
Right, and we'll investigate and help them do that. There might be some probate work that we'll eventually have to do, but to get the biggest thing is let's just get this first initial paperwork filed and get the case started for them.
Yeah. Well, and this is going on nationwide because, lots of different states have filtered through Camp Lejeune when they were doing service, which makes this even that much worse that you're there doing service with your family and you have this happen to you. But I feel like it hits us a little bit differently because, we're really close to Camp Lejeune. That's like 3 hours up the road. I used to go there growing up. A lot of my friends dated Marines. They would come down for the weekends. And so, it kind of, I feel like hits us in a personal way a little bit differently.
Right. And of course they disperse all throughout the United States, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
A lot of Marines come to South Carolina. When they're done with their duty, they come down here, and we anticipate a lot of local clients.
Yeah, we have they retired here or they're living here now, but a lot of them they came down here just for their time off. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
They come down because they've got a weekend where they can get away. They come down, blow off some steam, have some fun, and then roll back.
Yep.
Because it's so close, and so like we have such a huge tie to the Camp Lejeune people.
Yeah.
It breaks our heart, for sure.
I got my second tattoo up in Jacksonville. So there's that. And I was hanging out with a bunch of Marines up there. So yeah, so I just hate to hear this story in
I
general.
went to undergrad at East Carolina University, which is not far from there at all. We'd always see a bunch of Marines. They'd always roll into town to come party. Young
Yeah.
guys, come hang out at the bars when they have some time off too. So
Yeah. How was this kind of, brought up to even start filing this claim? We found out that the government had found out that the water was, being contaminated, so they cleaned it up. But when did this start becoming a legal thing?
Yeah, so, like you just said it, the government knew about it, right? And so there's been attempts to bring these lawsuits. And it's kind of always ran through the VA, try to get more VA benefits. And so slowly there's been some changes made where, hey, we're gonna give veterans some extra VA benefits. Okay, now we're going to open it up to veterans and their families. And then Obama passed an amendment that gave them even more benefits and gave some presumptive diseases that would qualify you for VA benefits. But the issue was when these veterans are filing these claims, they get stuck in the VA bureaucracy. They never get approved or they get denied. Okay, and so a lot of them will just give up or they pass away.
Yeah.
Which is terrible, right?
Yeah.
And so then the fight becomes, hey, we got to attack this a different way. And so there were some lawyers that got together, got this bill passed. It was a bipartisan bill that finally got together. Republicans and Democrats voted for this to expand all the veteran benefits that were available. So it's not just the Camp Lejeune Justice Act. There was some veterans benefits for the burn pits that was coming along through all this. But the good news is it's there now. Okay, and this is their one opportunity to bring these claims. Even if that, now here's something else. Some people may have gone through that process and been denied. Okay. Even if you've already done it before, you have a whole nother cause of action under the PACT Act. So we're looking
So
at all
that's
those.
good to
Don't
know.
get discouraged. We'll
Yeah.
still be able to bring a claim for you.
Yeah. A lot of people are comparing this to kind of the Agent Orange thing that happened. I don't really know much about that, but if you do.
Well, that was
you might
even,
wanna jump in.
and part of the Honoring Our PACT Act gave even more benefits for veterans exposed to the burn pits and Agent Orange and all that. And then
Gotcha.
within that is the Camp Lejeune Justice Act.
Okay. So what should folks do if they feel like this is related or they're not sure what you want them to do?
If they have any question, we're taking cases. If you served or you were a loved one, were there for at least 30 days from 1953 to 1987. We're taking all cases. Even if you're not injured, but you were there, we want to take those cases. Because those cases, the fear of getting cancer is sometimes even worse than cancer itself. And there might be in the future, there may be a medical monitoring medical monitoring system that will be set up to take place for you. So anybody who even suspects it, you only have less than 2 years now, reach out to us and we'll be able to take their case and advise them the best course of action.
Perfect. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. We have a ton of information about this on our website, justiceslovely.com, as well as our YouTube. We've got information on mass torts, how that works. Justin had a whole bunch of shorter clips on YouTube where you can get more information as well. We're everywhere that you consume your media. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or give us a call. Thanks so much for watching the Carolina Justice Report. We'll see you next time.
When life gets ugly, justice is lovely. The lovely